Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami
Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Bhagavath Pranam.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Sir, background is looking like real only, Prabhuji. Is real only, Prabhuji, background?
Prabhuji?
Hare Ram,
Background is real only, Prabhuji.
Em
Hare
Prabhu?
Krishna, Krishna
Huh?
Krishna, Hare
Em Prabhu ఏమైంది?
Hare Ram,
Background is real, Prabhuji.
బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ జూమ్ ది ప్రభు.
Hare Krishna,
It's looking like real only, Prabhuji.
Hare
బాగుందా?
Ram, Ram.
అది నిజంగా అలలు వచ్చినట్టే ఉంది ప్రభుజీ, అలల విండ్ వచ్చినట్టే ఉంది నిజంగా.
సముద్రం ఒడ్డు కూర్చొని ప్రశాంతంగా చాంటింగ్ చేస్తున్న రాధా కాలు చెందిన చూస్తూ. రాధా కాలు ఈరోజు టెంపుల్ వెళ్ళలేదు.
అదే టెంపుల్ వెళ్తారు కదా ప్రభుజీ వాళ్ళు.
సేవకి వెళ్ళిన
ఓకే,
అందుకే పిక్చర్
Hare Krishna,
ఓకే. థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ.
హరే కృష్ణ,
హరే కృష్ణ, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
హరే కృష్ణ, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే కృష్ణ, హరే కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే
Krishna,
హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, హరే రామ, రామ హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ, కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే, Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna also asking Prabhuji, you are in beach or it is background?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Ram
Zoom లానే ఉంది మాత అది.
Hare Krishna
ఓషన్ పిక్చర్ ఉండదు, జూమ్ లో ఉంటుంది అది. మంచిగా ఉందని
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Serious రియల్ ఉంది Prabhuji, రియల్ ఉన్నట్టే ఉంది.
రియల్ ఉంది.
అంత మంచిగా అంటున్నావు.
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
is everything okay?
Hare
Yes
Ram
Prabhuji, everything okay.
మీ ఇద్దరు పిల్లలు బాగున్నారా?
బాగున్నారు ప్రభుజీ. వస్తారా
Missing.
ప్రభుజీ ఇండియాకి అసలు?
వస్తాయి. నాకు కూడా చాలా చిరాకు ఇస్తుంది మత. ఐ మిస్సింగ్ మై ఫ్యామిలీ అండ్ కిడ్స్ అండ్ అసోసియేషన్ దేర్.
Actually they are also missing ప్రభుజీ satsangs and all.
Yeah. Let us hope for the best sooner than better, hopefully. So చూద్దాం. Okay mata.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Hare
Hare Ram
विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्यामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य सतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री साति गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram.
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य सकारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Hare Krishna Hare
Gauravani Chakarani Shiksha Sunyavadi Pata. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Advaita Kadadara Sivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama.
Raju Prabhu, sorry.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
సారీ టు ఇంటరప్ట్. మీరు నమో విష్ణుపాద చేస్తున్నారు కదా, గురు మహారాజ్ ప్రేయర్ కూడా చేయండి ప్రభు, ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకోండి. నేను చెప్తాను కదండి, యూ కెన్ హియర్. నమో విష్ణుపాదాయ కృష్ణ పృష్ఠాయ బుద్ధరే శ్రీమతే రాధానా స్వామి నామనే. యు ఆర్ ఆస్పైరింగ్ రైట్ గురు మహారాజ్? So you can say our Guru Pranam mantra and Srila Prabhupada Pranam mantra along with Namo Vishnupada. You can listen to me. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhana Swaminiti Namane. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. అది అట్లా మెల్లమెల్ల చేయండి, ఎందుకంటే వీఆర్ ఆస్పైరింగ్ కాబట్టి మనం వీ కెన్ రిసైట్ నౌ. ఇనిషియేషన్ తర్వాతనే చేయాల్సింది ఏం లేదు ప్రభుజీ.
యాక్చువల్గా నేను ఫస్ట్ టైం చేస్తా ప్రభుజీ, అట్లా ఫస్ట్ టైం చేసినప్పుడు సేమ్ ఇట్లానే చేస్తా ప్రభుజీ. ఎవ్రీ రౌండ్ కి, బట్ ఎవ్రీ రౌండ్ కి చేయనా ప్రభుజీ? నేను ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ డౌట్. ఐ మీన్
అట్లేం లేదు, ఇట్స్ అప్ టు సమ్. కొంతమంది డైరెక్ట్ పంచతత్వ ప్రేయర్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తారు, జై శ్రీకృష్ణ చైతన్య అని. కొంతమంది నమ ప్రభుపాద ఇస్తారు, కొంతమంది గురు మహారాజ్. ఇట్స్ అబౌట్ టైమ్ ఆల్సో. టైమ్ ఇస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్.
ఓకే ప్రభు.
అరే థ్యాంక్ యూ. సారీ టు
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభు. థాంక్ యూ.
లెట్ us complete this round and we'll start.
హరే కృష్ణ హరే రామ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ హరే రామ హరే హరే కృష్ణ.
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, Standard Pranam, all glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you for joining today. Just 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Yeah. Here Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji ki jai. This is the deities actually in Dallas ISKCON temple. Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji. Great history of the deities actually. I'll share the link. You can read. So nicely worshipping here in this Dallas, Texas. So let us begin with Mangalacharana prayers. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukhaṁ karoti vācālam pangum langāyate girim yatkripātamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandamadhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavastam gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham sabhyabhyantaram suchihi. Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu. So now where are we? Which verse? Let me check here in the group. 1868. Okay. Yeah. I'm just sharing. Yeah, please read Deepa Mataji. Thank you, all of you, for joining today. Please read. So Shloka also read Mataji. Okay, since last few verses, let us read Shloka.
Sure, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Kandat Pranam. Okay. Ya idam paramam guhyam madbhakteshvabhit abhidasyati bhaktim mai param kritva mame vaishyati asamshaya. For one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed. And at the end, he will come back to me. Purport. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Generally, it is advised that Bhagavad Gita be discussed amongst the devotees only. For those who are not devotees will understand neither Krishna nor Bhagavad Gita. Those who do not accept Krishna as he is and Bhagavad Gita as it is should not try to explain Bhagavad Gita whimsically and become offenders. Bhagavad Gita should be explained to persons who are ready to accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is subject matter for the devotees only and not for philosophical speculators. Anyone, however, who tries sincerely to present Bhagavad Gita as it is will advance in devotional activities and reach the pure devotional state of life. As a result of such pure devotion, he is sure to go back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mother. Anybody remember the one of the offense? While reading purport, anybody remember one of the
Thinking
offense?
demigods to be equal to Krishna.
And that is there, Mataji, but different one. There is one more offense there. No offenses we all have, right?
That we should not explain it to non-believers, non-devotees.
The same thing, yeah. That's right. Thank you. Yes, let us continue. Pretty straightforward purport. Let us. Samyukta Mataji, please read with the sloka.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन् मे प्रियकृत्तमाः भविता न च मे तस्मात् अन्य प्रियतरो भुवि. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear.
You can read another sounds.
Okay, Prabhuji. अध्यस्यते च या इमां धर्म्यां संवादम् आवयोः. Sorry, Prabhuji. धर्म्यां संवादम् आवयोः ज्ञानयज्ञेन तेनाहम् स्थास्याम् इति मे मतिः. Translation: And I declare that he who studies this sacred conversation of our worship be me by his intelligence.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sandhya Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shraddhavan anasuyascha shruniyat apiyo naraha sopi muktah subhalokan prapnuyat punya karma nam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: And one who listens with faith and without envy becomes free from sinful reactions and attains to the auspicious planets where the pious dwell. Purport: In the 16th, 17th verse of this chapter, the Lord explicitly forbade the Gitas being spoken to those who are envious of the Lord. In other words, Bhagavad Gita is for the devotees only, but it so happens that sometimes a devotee of the Lord will hold open class, and in that class, not all the students are expected to be devotees. Why do such person hold open class? It is explained here that although not everyone is a devotee, still there are many men who are not envious of Krishna. They have faith in him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If such persons hear from a bona fide devotee about the Lord, the result is that they become at once free from all sinful reactions, and after that attain to the planetary systems where all righteous persons are situated. Therefore, simply by hearing Bhagavad Gita, even a person who doesn't try to be a pure devotee attains the result of righteous activities. Thus, a pure devotee of the Lord gives everyone a chance to become free from all sinful reactions and to become a devotee of the Lord. Generally, those who are free from sinful reactions, those who are righteous, very easily take to Krishna consciousness. The word Punya Karmana is very significant here. This refers to the performance of great sacrifices like the Ashwamedha Yajna mentioned in the Vedic literature. Those who are righteous in performing devotional service but who are not pure can attain the planetary system of the pole star or Dhruvaloka, where Dhruva Maharaj is presiding. He is a great devotee of the Lord and he has a special planet which is called the pole star.
12 yeah, it's called 12. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Why do such person? I'm just reading something. So, but this is an important point. Therefore, simply by hearing Bhagavad Gita, even a person who does not try to be a pure devotee attains the results of righteous activities. Some auspiciousness they get. Thus, a pure devotee of the Lord gives everyone a chance to become free from all simple reactions and to become a devotee of the Lord. That is the mode of pure devotee. That's where book distribution. These are activities. Even though, I mean, of course, we can easily identify when we go for book distribution. For example, yesterday I went here in Dallas, one of the Indian store. We had distributed close to $500 worth of books, along with other group of devotees. So when we go for book distribution, some people easily understand, oh, this person open-minded, inquisitive, some interest. Some people, if we go in front of them, no, we have already Bhagavad Gita. So it's okay. You just have to leave. Some people, that's where, it has to give this knowledge. We have to try. Some people may be benefited. So many people made devotees by coming contact with book distribution. So many. So that's the Krishna is one of the, whoever shared this knowledge, very dear to him. And Srila Prabhupada's pleasing activity, book distribution, one of the pleasing activity. Yeah. Lavanya, you want to read?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Dandotram. Bhagavad Gita 18.72. Kachit etat shrutam partha tvaya chetasa kachit ajnana sammoha pranataste dhananjaya. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. O son of Pritha, O conqueror of wealth, have you heard this with attentive mind? And are your ignorance and illusion now dispelled? Purport. The Lord was acting as a spiritual master of Arjuna. Therefore, it was his duty to inquire from Arjuna whether he understood the whole Bhagavad Gita in its proper perspective. If not, the Lord was ready to re-explain any point or the whole Bhagavad Gita if so required. Actually, anyone who hears Bhagavad Gita from a bona fide spiritual master like Krishna or his representative will find that all his ignorance is dispelled. Bhagavad Gita is not an ordinary book written by a poet or fiction writer. It is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Any person fortunate enough to hear these teachings from Krishna or from his bona fide spiritual representative is sure to become a liberated person and get out of the darkness of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So only one quality we have to develop. That is the attentiveness. Complete focus on hearing. That way ignorance is destroyed, dissipated. And this is the direct words from Krishna. Lotus mouth of Krishna. Yes. Radhika Mataji, can you please read? Now Arjuna is saying here.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Madam. Arjuna uvacha nashto moha smritirlabdha tvatprasadanmayachyuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. All translations and purport by our most beloved founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Arjuna said, "My dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt, and I am prepared to act according to your instructions." Purport. The constitutional position of a living entity represented by Arjuna is that he has to act according to the order of the Supreme Lord. He is meant for self-discipline. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that the actual position of the living entity is that of eternal servant of the Supreme Lord. Forgetting this principle, the living entity becomes conditioned by material nature, but in serving the Supreme Lord, he becomes the liberated servant of God. The living entity's constitutional position is to be a servitor. He has to serve either the illusory Maya or the Supreme Lord. If he serves the Supreme Lord, he is in his normal condition. But if he prefers to serve the illusory external energy, then certainly he will be in bondage. In illusion, the living entity is serving in this material world. He is bound by his lust and desires, yet he thinks of himself as the master of the world. I'm so sorry. This is called illusion.
Take some water, mother. If you want, you can take some water. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. When a person is liberated, his illusion is over and he voluntarily surrenders unto the Supreme to act according to his desires. The last illusion, the last snare of Maya to trap the living entity is the proposition that he is God. The living entity thinks that he is no longer a conditioned soul, but God. He is so unintelligent that he does not think that if he were God, then how could he be in doubt? That he does not consider. So that is the last snare of illusion. Actually, to become free from the illusory energy is to understand Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and agree to act according to his order. The word moha is very important in this verse. Moha refers to that which is opposed to knowledge. Actually, real knowledge is the understanding that every living being is eternally a servitor of the Lord. But instead of thinking oneself in that position, the living entity thinks that he is not a servant, that he is the master of this material world, for he wants to lord it over the material nature. That is his illusion. This illusion can be overcome by the mercy of the Lord or by the mercy of a pure devotee. When that illusion is over, one agrees to act in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is acting according to Krishna's order. A conditioned soul, illusioned by the external energy of matter, does not know that the Supreme Lord is the Master who is full of knowledge and who is the proprietor of everything. Whatever he desires, he can bestow upon his devotees. He is the friend of everyone and he is especially inclined to his devotee. He is the controller of his material nature and of all living entities. He is also the controller of inexhaustible time and he is full of all opulences and all potencies. The Supreme Personality of Godhead can even give himself to the devotee. One who does not know him is under the spell of illusion. He does not become a devotee but a servitor of Maya. Arjuna, however, after hearing Bhagavad Gita from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, became free from all illusion. He could understand that Krishna was not only his friend, but the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he understood Krishna factually. So, to study Bhagavad Gita is to understand Krishna factually. When a person is in full knowledge, he naturally surrenders to Krishna. When Arjuna understood that it was Krishna's plan to reduce the unnecessary increase of population, he agreed to fight according to Krishna's desire. He again took up his weapons, his arrows, and bow to fight under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay. So, moha, illusion. So, what is that illusion? This is what illusion. What is that illusion? Instead of thinking, what is that? Our eternal position. Many times we say that our eternal position.
Jivera Swarupe Krishnera Nityada.
See, that's what our eternal position. We never ever become master. So if you want to become master, that is not the place, spiritual world. That's why Krishna has created a material nature, material world, for rebellious souls to enjoy like master. Nothing, no master here. We puffed up here and we get that experience actually. Actually, real knowledge is the understanding that every living being is eternally a servitor of the Lord. But instead of thinking oneself in that position, the living entity thinks that is not a servant, that is the master of this material world. But he wants to lord it over the material nature. That is his illusion. Moha means that one. Okay. So how can we come out of this moha? Can anybody quickly say that? How can we come out of this moha? Hare Krishna. Is my phone or your ringtone also going on?
By devotional service, Prabhuji.
That's it. That is the answer. Mamchaya Bicharena Bhakti Yoga. This material world is made up of 3 modes. It's very difficult to overcome actually. Mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and mode of goodness. Mamchaya Bicharena Bhakti Yoga ena sevata. If we practice the devotional service, Bhakti Yoga, Sagunan Samatityanan Brahma Bhuya Kalpate. It's easy to cross, just like water in the hoof print. So we read that one also. That's it. Moha is we are not masters. We are trying to be masters here in this method, but nothing. No. This is another. Sanjay is saying here. Now I think Mata is done. Gaurav Prabhu, would you like to read? Yes, Prabhuji. Gaurav Prabhu.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I'm hearing. Prabhu.
Okay, sorry. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Loka,
Sanjay. Okay.
Loka. Okay.
Sanjaya Uvacha iti aham Vasudevasya Parthasya cha Mahatma Samvandham Imam Samvadnam Imam Ashurasam Adbhutam Roma Harsanam. Translation, Sanjay said, "Thus I have heard the conversation of great souls, Krishna and Arjun, and so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on end." Purport. In the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Dhritarashtra inquired from his secretary Sanjay what happened on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. The entire study was related to the heart of Sanjaya by grace of his spiritual master Vyasa. He thus explained the theme of the battlefield. The conversation was wonderful because such an important conversation between two great souls had never taken place before and would not take place again. It was wonderful because the Supreme Personality of Godhead was speaking about himself and his energy of the living entity Arjuna, a great devotee of the Lord. If we follow in the footsteps of Arjuna to understand Krishna, then our life will be happy and successful. Sanjay realized this, and as he began to understand it, he related the conversation to Dhritarashtra. Now it is concluded that whatever there is Krishna and Arjuna, there is victory. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Roma Harshanam. Adbhutam Adbhutam Roma Harshanam. Wonderful, making the hair stand on him. That is one of the quality. Yeah, Chandraval Prabhu in ecstasy. Thank you. Yeah. So Adbhutam Roma Harshanam. So one of the Sanjay is a devotee. Sanjay is a disciple of Vyasadeva. So he got this vision. He's explaining now. These great souls, very wonderful scene, and my hair is standing on him. Now, what is the conclusion here? The between two great souls had never taken place before and would not take place again. It was wonderful because the Supreme Personality of Godhead was speaking about himself and his energies to the living entity Arjuna, a great devotee of the Lord. If we follow in the footsteps of Arjuna to understand Krishna, then our life will be happy and successful. Sanjay realized this, and as he began to understand it, he related the conversation to Dhritarashtra. Now it is concluded that wherever there is Krishna and there is victory. Last verse. So we have to understand this. What is that? In the footsteps of Arjuna. What is the meaning of in the footsteps? Can anybody say? If we follow in the footsteps of Arjuna to understand Krishna. Can anybody please?
Surrender to become a devotee, Prabhu.
Yeah. Bhaktosmi sakacheti. Rahasyam etaduttamam. Become a devotee and Bhakta. That's why he is giving knowledge. You are a Bhakta and you are a friend of me. So that is the mood we have to carry. Krishna is going to reveal us. Yeah, 1875. Lalit Prabhu, Chadan Prabhu.
Prabhu, let others read, Prabhuji. I will do it later.
Yes. Yeah, we can read it last. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Yes. Raju Prabhu, then Akinjan Prabhu, then Chandraval Prabhu. Yes, Raju Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandatpanam. Bhagavad Gita 18.75. Vyasa prasadat Shrutavan etad guhyam haham param yogam yogeshwarat krishnat sanksat sakshat katayanaha swayam sakshat katayataha swayam Translation. By the mercy of Vyasa, I have heard these most confidential talks directly from the master of all mysticism, Krishna, who was speaking personally to Arjuna. Purport. Vyasa was the spiritual master of Sanjaya, and Sanjaya admits that it was by Vyasa's mercy that he could understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This means that one has to understand Krishna not directly, but through the medium of spiritual master. The spiritual master is the transparent medium, although it is true that the experience is still direct. This is the mystery of disciplic succession. When the spiritual master is bona fide, then one can hear Bhagavad Gita directly as Arjuna heard it. There are many mystics and yogis all over the world, but Krishna is the master of all yoga systems. Krishna's instruction is explicitly stated in Bhagavad Gita: surrender unto Krishna. One who does so is the topmost yogi. This is confirmed in the last verse of the 6th chapter. Yoginam of Sarvesham. Narada is a direct disciple of Krishna and the spiritual master of Vyasa. Therefore, Vyasa is a bona fide as Arjuna because he comes in the disciplic succession, and Sanjaya is the direct disciple of Vyasa. Therefore, by the grace of Vyasa, Sanjaya's senses were purified, and he could see and hear Krishna directly. One who directly hears Krishna can understand this confidential knowledge. If one does not come to the disciplic succession, he cannot hear Krishna. Therefore, his knowledge is always imperfect. At least as far as understanding Bhagavad Gita is concerned. In Bhagavad Gita, all the yoga system, Karma Yoga, Gnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga are explained. Krishna is the master of all such mysticism. It is to be understood, however, that as Arjuna was fortunate enough to understand Krishna directly. So, by the grace of Vyasa, Sanjaya was also able to hear Krishna directly. Actually, there is no difference between hearing directly from Krishna and hearing directly from Krishna via bona fide spiritual master like Vyasa. The spiritual master is the representative of Vyasadeva also. Therefore, according to the Vedic system, on the birthday of the spiritual master, the disciples conduct a ceremony called Vyasa Puja. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Lalit Prabhu, anything you want to add in this?
I'll add later, Prabhu, last. Let it get finished today.
Yeah, let us complete
We will complete it.
Last 3 verses. Okay. So one point here, Prabhupada making first one. The spiritual master is the transparent medium, although it is true that the experience is still direct. This is the mystery of the disciplic succession. When the spiritual master is bona fide, then one can hear Bhagavad Gita directly as Arjuna did. That's where Prabhupada specifically write the title of the Bhagavad Gita. What is the title?
As it is.
As it, without any personal motivation, without any adulteration, selfish motives, giving perfect knowledge. He is rightly situated in the Parampara system. Right, thank you. Chandravel Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
అది శ్లోకం కూడా చదవమంటారు ప్రభుజీ?
Yeah, last అయిపోయింది, ఇంకా 3 verses ఉన్నాయి. That's it.
Okay. రాజన్ సంసృత్య సంవాదం ఇమం అద్భుతం కేశవార్జునయో పుణ్యాం శ్యామి చ ముహుర్ముహు. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O King, I repeatedly recall this wondrous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. I take pleasure being thrilled at every moment. Purport. The understanding of Bhagavad Gita is so transcendental that everyone who becomes convergent with the topics of Arjuna and Krishna becomes righteous, and he cannot forget such talks. This is the transcendental position of spiritual life. In other words, one who hears the Gita from the right source directly from Krishna attains full Krishna consciousness. The result of Krishna consciousness is that one becomes increasingly enlightened, and he enjoys life with a thrill, not only for some time, but at every time. Hare Krishna.
Every moment, yes. Every moment. Susukam kartum avayam. Very happily executive process. Thrilling. That thrilling only Krishna is going to do after one purify. Yeah, right now we are struggling with 6 senses, including mind. Chandra, mana kincham paper, please do. Akincham Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, please read.
Bhagavad Gita 8.77. Tacham samsmritya rupam ati adbhutam are vismayo me maham rajan rishyami cha puna puna. O King, I remember the wonderful form of Lord Krishna. I am struck with wonder more and more, and I rejoice again and again. Purport. It appears that Sanjaya also, by the grace of Vyasa, could see the universal form Krishna exhibited to Arjuna. It is of course said that Lord Krishna had never exhibited such a form before. It was exhibited to Arjuna only, yet some great devotees could also see the universal form of Krishna when it was shown to Arjuna, and Vyasa was one of them. He is one of the great devotees of the Lord, and he is considered to be the powerful incarnation of Krishna. Vyasa disclosed this to the disciple Sanjaya, who remembered that wonderful form of Krishna exhibited to Arjuna and enjoyed it repeatedly.
Very good. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Last verse. Which is a big purport, right? Yeah, it's big purport. Let me answer some of the paragraph. You can start from here. Hare
Who has
Krishna.
to do, Prabhuji? Sorry.
Hare
Who is
Krishna.
doing? Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much.
Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partha Dhanurdharaha Tatra Shri Vijay Bhuti Dhruvanite Matir Mama. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. This is my opinion. So whose opinion is this, Prabhuji?
Sanjaya's opinion.
Sanjay. This is Sanjay's opinion. And how was he? He is in ecstasy.
Ecstasy, yes, ecstatic mode. Ecstatic devotional service.
How are we? We are very happy because we finished this. So that is the difference between a devotee and people like us actually. Yana Kena Prakarana, we finished this, and he was ecstasy after hearing. So yeah, this is where our consciousness describes what we are. Okay, purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Bhagavad Gita began with an inquiry of Dhritarashtra. He was hopeful of the victory of his sons. Assisted by great warriors like Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, he was hopeful that the victory would be on his side. But after describing the scene on the battlefield, Sanjaya told the king, "You are thinking of victory, but my opinion is that where Krishna and Arjuna are present, there will be all good fortune." He directly confirmed that Dhritarashtra could not expect victory for his side. Victory was certain for the side of Arjuna because Krishna was there. Krishna's acceptance of the post of charioteer for the Arjuna was an exhibition of another opulence. Krishna is full of opulences, and renunciation is one of them. There are many instances of such renunciation, for Krishna is also the master of renunciation. So the fight was actually between Duryodhana and Yudhishthira. Arjuna was fighting on the behalf of his elder brother, Yudhishthira. Because Krishna and Arjuna were on the side of Yudhishthira, Yudhishthira's victories were certain. The battle was to decide who would rule the world, and Sanjaya predicted that the power would be transformed to Yudhishthira. It is also predicted here that Yudhishthira, after gaining victory in this battle, would flourish more and more, because not only was he righteous and pious, but he was also a strict moralist. He never spoke a lie during his life. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, can I continue, or someone else will follow? You go ahead, Prabhuji. You read?
I will
You didn't read?
I will read one,
Yeah.
two paragraphs, and then other devotees
Yes,
will complete.
yes, Prabhuji. Please go ahead.
There are many less intelligent persons who take Bhagavad Gita to be a discussion of topics between two friends on a battlefield. But such a book cannot be scripture. Some may protest that Krishna incited Arjuna to fight, which is immoral. But the reality of the situation is clearly stated. Bhagavad Gita is the supreme instruction in morality. The supreme instruction of morality is stated in the 9th chapter, in the 34th verse. Manmana bhava madbhakta. One must become a devotee of Krishna. And the essence of all religion is to surrender unto Krishna. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. The instructions of Bhagavad Gita constitute the supreme process of religion and of morality. All other processes may be purifying and may lead to this process. But the last instruction of Gita is the last word in all morality and religion. Surrender unto Krishna. This is the verdict of the 18th chapter. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma sucha. From Bhagavad Gita, we can understand that to realize oneself by philosophical speculation and by meditation is one process, but to fully surrender unto Krishna is the highest perfection. This is the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. The path of regulative principles, according to the orders of social life and according to the different courses of religion, may be confidential path of knowledge. But although the rituals of religion are confidential, meditation and cultivation of knowledge are still more confidential. And surrender unto Krishna in devotional service in full Krishna consciousness is the most confidential instruction. That is the essence of the 18th chapter. Radhika Mataji, can you please read?
Yes, Prabhu. Another feature of Bhagavad Gita is the actual truth is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. The absolute truth is realized in three features: impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and ultimately the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Perfect knowledge of the absolute truth means perfect knowledge of Krishna. If one understands Krishna, then all the departments of knowledge are part and parcel of that understanding. Krishna is transcendental, for he is always situated in his eternal internal potency. The living entities are manifested of his energy and are divided into two classes: eternally conditioned and eternally liberated. Such living entities are innumerable and they are considered fundamental parts of Krishna. Material energy is manifested into 24 divisions. The creation is affected by eternal time and it is created and dissolved by external energy. This manifestation of the cosmic world repeatedly becomes visible and invisible. In Bhagavad Gita, 5 principal subject matters have been discussed: the Supreme Personality of Godhead, material nature, the living entities, eternal time, and all kinds of activities. All is dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. All conceptions of the absolute truth, impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and any other transcendental conception exist within the category of understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although superficially the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the living entity, material nature, and time appear to be different, nothing is different from the Supreme. But the Supreme is always different from everything. Lord Chaitanya's philosophy is that of inconceivable oneness and difference. This system of philosophy constitutes perfect knowledge of the absolute truth. The living entity, in his original position, is pure spirit. He is just like an atomic particle of the Supreme Spirit. Thus, Lord Krishna may be compared to the sun and the living entities to sunshine, because The living entities are the marginal energy of Krishna. They have a tendency to be in contact either with the material energy or with the spiritual energy. In other words, the living entity is situated between the two energies of the Lord, and because he belongs to the superior energy of the Lord, he has a particle of independence. By proper use of that independence, he comes under the direct order of Krishna. Thus, he attains his normal condition in the pleasure-giving potency. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports to the 18th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of its conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. Hari.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. Very well. Finally, we concluded here. Yes, thank you, Prabhu. Gaurav Prabhu, you can drop up. Yes. Yeah. So this is what it is. So now, it's a big purport actually. Each paragraph we can discuss something. Two things I want to share. Prabhupada writes here, Nitya Siddha, Nitya Baddha. That is eternally liberated and eternally conditioned. Yes, this is the thing. The living entities are manifested of his energy, are divided into two classes, eternally conditioned and eternally liberated. Nitya Siddha and Nitya Baddha. Such living entities are innumerable. There is no count. And they are considered fundamental parts of Krishna. So, are we, and there is one more thing Prabhupada explained here. Human beings that having minute little independence, situated in which energy? By reading this, what energy?
Tatastha energy.
Yeah, Tatastha energy in English.
Marginal
Marginal energy. Internal energy, external energy, and marginal energy. Okay, so the Tatastha Shakti is superior energy of the Lord, because this, how they see, if we see here, in other words, the living entity is situated between the two energies of the Lord. And because he belongs to the superior energy of the Lord, he has particle of independence. So can anybody explain what is that?
minute independence.
By proper use of, say again, proper, it's last lines of the Bhagavad. By proper use of that independence, he comes under the direct order of Krishna. Thus, he attains his normal condition in the pleasure-giving potency. So, using our little independence in Krishna's service. So that's where. So this is our definition. Our little independence, if we using for material things, we are eternally conditioned. If we are using for Krishna's service, that little independence, voluntarily, that is when we are going to become eternally liberated. Actually, Bhakti Yoga leads us to which stage? Bhakti Yoga.
Constitutional position.
Yeah, of course. We are acting on the constitutional position and then the Bhakti Yoga, but ultimately we are going to become eternal living beings. We don't need to come back to this material nature again. Yadgatvana nivartante tadhama paramamama. Yadgatvana nivartante. Once we reach, so we come somehow, we come back. But if we do devotional service nicely, Yadgatvana nivartante tadhama paramamama. Once they reach, no need to come back again. How we come back, how we left that place, we cannot trace actually, because of misusing of our minute independence, our free will that we talks. How it has happened, inconceivable. It's not it cannot touch to our senses. It happened actually. That's the thing. So Bhagavad Gita teaches us to go back to God. If we sincerely practice and learn, implement in our life, we get Krishna's mercy. Of course, and we are following Srila Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita as it is. Definitely, if a person come in contact with these Srila Prabhupada books, he become wonderful devotee. His life will be successful. Yes, because these books are creating wonderful devotees actually. The all other different versions of Bhagavad Gita, no hope. Maybe intellectually they well written, but it's not in the proper Guru disciplic succession. No helpful. Word jugglery. Prabhupada writes, word jugglery. Okay, so thank you so much again for today. We completed at least. It's okay. Let us inspire each other. Let us encourage each other. At least we completed Bhagavad Gita. All the recordings are in our channel. When we started, actually, more than 1.5 years ago. Somehow we completed. Very nice. At least we touched the time we spent, the reading activity we spent on this, Bhagavad Gita and all other Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the eternal, because these are all spiritual topics, connects to Krishna. It's beyond time and space, and it's all, that's where it's at. So it's eternal. Okay, so let us.
The cycle should continue again. We should start with one.
Yeah,
because there are people who again joined in between, kada.
Actually, yes, Mataji. Yes, but actually, my idea is, let us read the life of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita.
Leelamrita. Yeah.
We will read Leelamrita.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, Leelamrita will read, Prabhuji.
Because Leelamrita, we read, we get so much, how Srila Prabhupada started this.
Yeah.
Let us learn like that.
Yeah, thank you.
After Leelamrita, again it started.
Yes, again. So these are the eternal scriptures. I mean, one time reading, no. Every time, Vaishnava Acharyas is a fresh feeling. That means so much potency, because this is not a mundane literature. This is directly from Krishna. Vedesha sarvair ahameva vedyo. Vedanta krut veda videva chaham. We have to know Krishna. And this is Krishna is eternal. His knowledge is also eternal. And we are as souls are eternal. Right? So this we will read Mataji, but my goal is to complete that Leelamrita. Let us read Leelamrita. Okay. I read here and there, but I wanted to do in sequence. So let us
I'm
read
on
Srila.
third book, Prabhuji, actually. I had started reading, but I'm on third book.
Wonderful. Oh. Total, how many books there? 8, huh?
7 anukunta, Prabhuji.
Oh.
I think.
Let
7
us
volumes.
let us read in group so that we get a mutual inspiration and we get to know very closely.
Yes, every time you read it, anything you read it, you will always be ending up with tears in your eyes. That's how I strongly believe that if you read Leelamrita, you will be so attached to Srila Prabhupada, because earlier I was not understanding why everybody is so emotional about Prabhupada. I was not understanding that without reading Leelamrita. But also once Mana Lalit Mohan Prabhu also, he mentioned a point, that about why preaching in the West was important. So after reading Leelamrita book 1, we'll understand that what was happening in India and how much he tried, and then how the mission got successful when he went to the West. Then I understood what Prabhuji meant. So we appreciate all the scriptures more when we read Leelamrita. We understand the effort behind it, what went into it. And with that love, it is even better to read the scriptures.
Yes, you are right. So I remember one of my realization while reading. He so nicely everything, the scents he put in. Today I bought wheat flour for Krishna. This many scents, everything accountable in Prabhupada's life. Seriously, it's when I read, a great Vaishnava Acharya so nicely giving the instruction. We have to have accountable to Guru Parampara. So how he is writing each and everything. I met this yoga institution. I met this person. Today I got this much collection. I purchased wheat flour. This scents. This. So, of course, Prabhupada is a businessman, but still there is so much love towards Krishna and his Guru Maharaj. Right? Why he came to US? Because it is his Guru's instruction to preach Western world for English speakers. This knowledge is essential. And Prabhupada is successful with the Guru Maharaj mercy and of course Krishna's will, actually, for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's will. So we will read. I mean, we will get emotional. We have to have emotional. Srila Prabhupada is a great Vaishnava, founder Acharya, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So let us read our recite this Kunti Maharani prayers. Okay, so prayers by Queen Kunti, first canto, 8th chapter, 18 to 43rd verse. So we started, Prabhuji helped us to recite this first verse, Kunti Uvacha. So can we practice? And what is the idea, Prabhu? Lalit Mohan Prabhu.
Yeah, within 7 minutes, whatever is possible, that will be the idea, Prabhu. You will let me know what can we do.
ఇంకో ఇది ఒకసారి ప్రాక్టీస్ పక్కది కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్
Prabhuji,
చేద్దాం.
actually I was absent. Can you please ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ శ్లోకం చదివి చెప్తారా ప్రభుజీ? Like first one కదా ఇది?
Yes, Mataji.
లాస్ట్ ఫ్రైడేనే స్టార్ట్ చేసిండు ప్రభుజీ. సో యా ప్రభుజీ ఒకసారి రిపీట్ చేస్తాడు, రిసైడ్ చేస్తాడు. సో ఆల్ కెన్ one time let us repeat, and it is similar to the next verse also. Let us learn this. Okay.
ఇవి కూడా అన్ని సేమ్ ఏ ఉంటాయా ప్రభుజీ? సేమ్ ట్యూన్ లో ఉంటాయా?
No.
ఇప్పుడు పెద్దవి ఉన్నాయి ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఉంది. There is different.
This is completely different, Mataji. Actually, Mataji, it should not be read like tuning this thing. This Kunti is not like that, Mataji. If you go into the meanings, you will cry only. You will stop the tune. You will forget the tune also. So this is not, Mataji. Yes. Just expression. That's it.
Expression, yeah.
Yeah. Just pour out your love. That's what it is about. So this is completely different. We can put it in a complete rhythmic way, but that is not the way why we are doing it. Okay. This time we are doing it just to know what she is expressing to Krishna.
Yes.
Okay. That is where Bhagavatam starts. Now Krishna completed Bhagavad Gita. What he wanted to say, he has said already.
Yes.
Now what starts? What devotee wanted to say starts in Bhagavatam, right?
Yes, true.
And the dealings between these two. So this is more hearty, Prabhu, Mataji, than Bhagavad Gita. So completely different. Just pour out, that's it. So the first shloka comes like this. Namasye purusham padyam ishwaram prakrite param alaksyam sarva bhutanam antarbahiravastitam.
Yes. Lavani will do that. Deepa Mataji, Samyukta Mataji, please practice. Let me do. Okay. Kunti Uvacha. Namasye purusham tvadyam ishwaram prakrute param alaksyam sarva bhutanam antar bahir avastitam. Nata is, yeah. Can we decide?
Kunti Uvacha. Namasye purusham tvadyam ishwaram prakrite param alaksyam sarva bhutanam antar bahir avastitam.
Yeah, please also read the, whoever does this, please also read the translation, please.
Srimad translation, Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all.
Yeah. Kunti Uvacha. Namaste purusham tvadyam ishwaram prakrite param alaksyam sarvabhutanam antarbahir avastitam. Translation. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my humble obeisances unto you because you are the original personality of Godhead and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all.
Very well. Nice. Otherwise, Inka.
Kunti Uvacha. Namasye purusham tvadyam ishwaram prakrite param alaksham sarva bhutanam antarbahiravastitam. Translation. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all.
Kunti Uvacha. Namasye purusham tvadyam ishwaram prakrite param alaksyam sarva bhutanam antar bahir avastitam. Translation. Srimati Kunti said, "O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all." Hare Krishna.
Okay. 2 minutes. 1 minute left.
థ్యాంక్ యూ శిరీష మాత. ఇంకా సంధ్యా
I'll
మాత.
do- Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhuji. Kunti Uvacha. Namaste Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam Antarbahir Avastitam. Translation. Srimati Kunti said, "O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all."
థ్యాంక్ యూ మాత. అలక్ష్యం సర్వభూత, ఇన్విజిబుల్ టు ఆల్. హరి బోల్. యా ప్రభు జీస్ అకించం ప్రియ ప్రభు, చంద్రమౌళి ప్రభు, రామరెడ్డి ప్రభు ఇస్ దేర్ మాతాజీ.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, I'll try Prabhu. Kunti Uvacha. Namaste Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam Antarbahir Avastitam. Translation. Maharani said, "O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all." Hare Krishna.
హరే కృష్ణ. థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభు. చంద్రమౌళి ప్రభు అకించం.
కుంతి ఉవాచ. నమస్తే పురుషం త్వద్యం ఈశ్వరం ప్రకృతే పరం అలక్ష్యం సర్వభూతానాం అంతర్బాహిరవస్థితం. Translation. Srimati Kunti said, "O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all." Hare Krishna.
హరే కృష్ణ. అకించం ప్రభు.
Hare Krishna. Kunti Uvacha. Namaste Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam Antarbahir Avastitam. Translation. Srimati Kunti said, "O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all."
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ.
Hare Krishna
Thank you.
Prabhuji.
యా రాజు ప్రభు. ఎస్.
Yeah. Kunti Uvacha. Namaste Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam Antarbahir Avastitam. Translation. Srimati Kunti said, "O Krishna, I offer my obeisance unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all." Hare Krishna.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ. ఐ థింక్ దీపమాద యూ డిడ్ అన్నాడు.
Yes, Prabhuji. Kunti Uvacha. Namaste Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam Antarbahiravastitam. Translation. Srimati Kunti said, "O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all." Hare Krishna.
హరే కృష్ణ. థ్యాంక్ యూ మాతాజీ. ప్రభు అందరం అయిపోయినాం ప్రభుజీ.
Thank you. Great, Prabhu. So what will we do today? It's 9:02. Shall we do the second one or?
చేద్దాం ప్రభు. ప్రాక్టీస్ లా ఉంటుంది.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay. So can we do it, Prabhu? Shall I start? Will you repeat after me? 2 lines together, 2 times, 3 times, and whole shloka 3 times.
5 minutes. Let us spend 5 minutes requesting, please. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam.
Maya javanikachannam
ज्ञानदोक्षजम् अव्ययम्
Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam.
Maya
दोक्षजम् अव्ययम्
Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam.
Maya
दोक्षजम् अव्ययम्.
We'll repeat 3 more times the same line, okay? Because it's straight. Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam. Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam. Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam. Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam.
Maya
javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam.
Nalakshyate mudadrisha natu natyadharu yatah. Nalakshyate mudadrisha natu natyadharu yatah. Nalakshyate mudadrisha natu natyadharu yatah.
Nalakshyate mudadrisha
Nalakshyate mudadrisha natu natyadharu yatah.
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 The whole shloka. Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam. Nalakshyate mudadrisha natu natyadharu yatah.
Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam. Nalakshyate mudadrisha natu natyadharu yatah.
Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam. Nalakshyate mudadrisha natu natyadharu yatah.
Maya javanikachannam
अव्ययम् नटो नाट्यधरो यथा
Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam. Nalakshyate mudadrisha nato natyadharu yatah.
Maya
ज्ञानोक्षजमव्ययम् नालोक्ष्ये मूढदृशा नटो नाट्यधरो यथा.
So what is the plan now? Will you try it individually or?
So, if everybody want to do one time, let us do and wrap up. Can I do, Prabhu?
Your wish, Prabhu. It's up to you. Call is yours now.
Yes. Maya javanikachannam ajnadokshajamavyayam nalakshyase mudhadrisha nato natyadharo yata. Chandra Prabhu, yes.
माया जवनिकाच्चन्नम् अज्ञादोक्षजमव्ययम् नालक्षये मूढदृशा नटो नाट्यधरो यथा.
Prabhuji, na lakshyate moodhadrisha.
Na lakshate na, okay. Na lakshate, lakshya, yeah. Na lakshya, sorry. Na lakshase mudadrusha, nato natya dharo yada.
Okay,
Yes,
Prabhu. Good practice. Okay. Akincham Prabhu, want to do?
Maya Javanikachannam Ajnana Dokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshayase Mudadrisha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha.
Akincham Ajnadokshajam. Ajnadokshajam.
Ajnata Dokshajam.
Ajnadokshajam.
Ajnadokshajam.
Please practice today, Prabhuji, if you have time. Okay.
Yeah. Mata is any Prabhus, please do.
I'll try, Prabhu.
Yes.
Maya Javanikachannam Ajnadokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshase Mudadrisha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha.
I'll try, Prabhu.
Then.
Mayajavanikaccannam agnadokshajamavyayam na lakshase mudadrisha nato natyadharo yata.
Very good. Radhika Mata is there, Deepa Mata is there, Lavanya, Sandhya Mata.
Mayajavanikaccannam agnadokshajamavyayam na lakshase mudadrisha nato natyadharo yata.
Thank you, Madhuri.
Maya Javanikachannam Ajnadokshajam Avyayam Nalakshase Mudadrisha Nato Natyadharo Yata.
Thank you, Madhuri.
Maya Javanikachannam Agnadokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshase Mudhadrisha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha.
Yes. Deepa Mata, Lavanya Mata, only two of you. Raju Prabhu, if you wanted, you can do. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. Maya Javanikachannam Ajnadokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshase Mudhadrisha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha.
Maya Javanikachannam Ajnadokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshate Nato Natya Dharo Yata.
Right. Raju Prabhu, want to try? Raju Prabhu. Still there, I think. Okay. Anyway, so can one last 1 minute. Okay, we all repeat this translation. Let me recite. You can repeat after me. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Being beyond the range of limited sense perception.
Being
beyond the range of
limited sense perception.
You are the eternally irreproachable factor.
You are the irreproachable factor.
Covered by the curtain of deluding energy.
Covered by the curtain of deluding energy.
You are invisible to the foolish observer.
You are invisible to the foolish observer.
Exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized.
Exactly as an actor
dressed as a player is not recognized.
Bale varnisun Prabhuji.
Simple, Prabhuji. Very simple descriptions, but in-depth meaning. Prabhuji, the next sloka, Tatha Paramahamsana.
Okay.
No, not these things. After these two, Yatha Paramahamsanam will come, Prabhu. See, actually, she says, these, what is a Paramahamsas and all, praise you. Okay? But in reality, all the Paramahamsas will praise Kunti. Because of her simplicity and her, Prabhuji, this Kunti Stuti will be done only by Paramahamsas, not by normal people. Normal people like, Dhruva Stuti, all these things, because they want the kingdoms, na? And all other stutis, the Kavacham, they are in danger, so the Kavacham, they would do all these things. But Kunti, only Paramahamsas. That's it.
Yes.
So this is
Because-
also known as Paramahamsa Stuti. No?
Yeah, Paramahamsa Stuti. Thank you, Prabhu. Because her prayers, always she is looking for anxieties. She is looking for sufferings so that she can remember Krishna. How many of only Paramahamsa that you said correct, Prabhu? Beyond the body level, beyond the all other conceptions. Yeah. Paramahamsa, what did you say, Prabhu? Paramahamsa Stuti.
Yes, Prabhu. Paramahamsas will always recite this Queen Kunti's prayers, not normal people. Normal people are deluded and dangerous, we won't actually want to have dangers in our lives, Prabhu.
That's right. Simple. Correct.
Yeah. Prabhu, even many of the ISKCON sannyasis, they will be fearful to do Kunti Stuti. Let me put it like this.
అండ్
And we-
ఇస్కాన్ లో ప్రభుజీ ఇస్కాన్ లోకి రాకముందు లైక్ అంటే మాకు ఎట్లా అంటే కుంతి మహారాణి యాజ్ ఎ మదర్ ఆఫ్ 5 పాండవాస్, ఓన్లీ 5 పాండవాస్. అండ్ ఇంకా అంటే ఆమె అంత గ్రేట్ డివోటీ లైక్ కృష్ణాస్ ని ఇంత ప్రే చేసింది అని ఏం తెలియదు ప్రభుజీ. లైక్ షీఈ్ నార్మల్ లైక్ గృహస్థ వైఫ్ అని అనుకునే వాళ్ళం బిఫోర్. బట్ నౌ వి ఆర్
Mataji, actually,
గెట్టింగ్
that
ద
is the
గ్రేట్నెస్
beauty
హౌ
of-
షీ.
Yeah, that is the beauty of Bhagavatam, Mataji. Bhagavatam will give you the proper devotees. Vritrasura.
Yes,
know,
Prabhu.
which you take, Mataji, Vritrasura is only considered as a greatest demon whom Indra has ever defeated.
Asura.
Of all the demons who he defeated, the great one is the Vritrasura. But what we see,
Great.
he will give
everything.
he will remember this person to do his duty properly. And what is his duty? To kill his own self. We cannot understand why he is very anxious to be killed by Indra, because he will go to Lord. So for him, the path, even if it comes like, I wanted to make this person kill me, if that is the process which I can reach the God, let it happen. That is dangerous actually. Who wants death? No one wants death. But this
Yes.
personality is inspiring someone, his enemy, to kill him so that he can reach God.
Yeah.
Very, very different to understand, very difficult to understand this Bhagavatam. But it is, the main theme of it is, I can reach you. That is my main aim. In this Kunti prayers also, we will, as we go one by one, we will just have tears in our eyes, Mataji. That is guaranteed. That is what Kunti is actually. Yes, slowly but steadily we will do all these prayers. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu and Mataji, for
Thank you
giving
so
me this
much.
opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you for teaching us, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Then Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyo Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnavvrunda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada translator book reading ki jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the Samudi Vatis Hare Krishna. All glories to the Samudi Vatis Hare Krishna. All glories to the Samudi Vatis Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Deepa Mataji, Samyukta Mataji, Ram Reddy Prabhu, Lalit Mohan Prabhu, Akinchan Priya Prabhu, Radhika Mataji, Sandhya Mataji, Chandravedu Prabhu, Lavanya, Raju Prabhu, Sirisha Mataji. Dhanavad. Hare Krishna. Happy Monday. Monday blues. Just get rid of Monday blues with Krishna consciousness.